The quiet power of minimalism. In a world that never stops moving, minimalism offers a rare pause. It is not just about owning fewer things, it's about living with clarity. Every day, we are surrounded by noise, advertisements calling us to buy more, social media telling us to be more, and routines pushing us to do more. Slowly, we begin to believe that happiness is something we can buy or achieve through endless activity. But minimalism whispers a different message, that peace comes not from more, but from less. Minimalism is a deliberate way of living that asks us to examine what truly matters. It's not about depriving ourselves or rejecting comfort. Rather, it's about being intentional with our time, our possessions, and our energy. When we strip away what is unnecessary, we make space in our homes, in our schedules, and in our minds. In that space, we find freedom, the freedom to choose, to breathe, and to be present. Often, we fill our lives with clutter, not just physical items but also commitments, distractions, and expectations. We say yes when we mean no. We hold on to things we no longer need. We chase goals that don't align with our values. Over time, this clutter weighs us down. We feel exhausted but can't explain why. Minimalism invites us to pause and ask, what am I carrying that I no longer need? This practice starts simply. It could be cleaning out a drawer, or saying no to a meeting that drains you. It might mean turning off your phone during dinner, or choosing rest over hustle. These small choices may seem insignificant, but they begin to build a different kind of life. A life where we are not constantly chasing, but calmly choosing. Minimalism doesn't look the same for everyone. For some, it means owning only what they use. For others, it's about simplifying their calendar or spending more time in nature. What matters is that we are living on purpose. When we stop to notice what we really value, connection, peace, time, growth, we begin to design a life that reflects those values. And often, we find that we need far less than we once thought. As we move deeper into minimalist living, we begin to uncover the emotional layers tied to our habits. We realize how often we hold onto objects because they represent something else. Memories, regrets, dreams we once had. Letting go is not always easy. It requires us to confront the past and trust that we can live fully without carrying everything with us. But once we begin to release what no longer serves us, we create space for something far more valuable: clarity. Clarity is one of the most powerful outcomes of minimalism. With fewer distractions, we start to hear our own thoughts more clearly. We notice what energizes us and what drains us. We stop living on autopilot and start making conscious choices. We may find ourselves waking up earlier, reading more, spending time with people who lift us up, and disconnecting from the noise that once consumed our attention. Our lives begin to align not with what's popular, but with what's meaningful. While physical clutter is a major focus, the minimalist mindset extends far beyond our possessions. It touches every part of our lives, how we spend our time. One of the greatest misconceptions about minimalism is that it's only about stuff. While physical clutter is a major focus, the minimalist mindset extends far beyond our possession. It touches every part of our lives, how we spend our time, how we handle relationships, how we set boundaries, and how we deal with pressure. Minimalism teaches us to ask one vital question: does this add value to my life? If the answer is no, we learn to let it go with kindness. In doing so, we also discover a quieter kind of joy. Not the loud, thrilling kind that comes from constant stimulation, but a gentle joy rooted in gratitude and simplicity. We start appreciating what we already have: a cup of tea in silence, a walk with someone we love, a room that feels open and light. We no longer chase happiness. It finds us in the quiet moments we once overlooked. Minimalism also reconnects us with time. We begin to understand how precious each moment is. By simplifying our schedules and being present, we turn ordinary days into meaningful experiences. We realize that we don't need to be constantly busy to feel fulfilled. In fact, slowing down helps us notice beauty, develop creativity, and strengthen relationships. Life becomes less about performance and more about presence. Minimalism doesn't promise a perfect life. It doesn't erase pain or protect us from hardship, but it gives us tools to respond to life with greater strength and awareness. When we are not buried under clutter, physical, mental, or emotional, we can face challenges with more resilience. We're not pulled in every direction, because we've already chosen what truly matters. And in those hard seasons, simplicity becomes a form of protection. We lean on what is essential, and let the rest fall away. This philosophy also fosters deeper relationships. When we stop trying to impress or compete, we start to connect on a real level. We give our full attention to the people around us. We listen more, judge less. Minimalism strips away the performance, leaving behind authenticity. And in this authenticity, we discover intimacy, whether with friends, family, or even with ourselves. We begin to value depth over quantity, and presence over perfection. Living simply doesn't mean living small. In fact, many people find that minimalism expands their lives in unexpected ways. With fewer possessions and distractions, they travel more, learn new skills, or start creative projects they had long put off. They have the time and energy to pursue what truly excites them. The life that once felt cluttered and rushed becomes open and spacious. And in that space, new possibilities emerge. There's also a powerful environmental aspect to minimalism. By consuming less, we reduce our impact on the planet. We become more mindful of what we buy, how it's made, and where it ends up. We choose sustainable options, support ethical brands, or simply buy secondhand. Our lifestyle shifts from one of excess to one of care. Care for the earth and for future generations. Minimalism in this sense becomes not just a personal practice, but a global one. Ultimately, minimalism is a return. A return to what we loved as children: freedom, play, curiosity. A return to what we've always needed: love, peace, meaning. It's not about having less for the sake of less, but about clearing space so the important things can shine through. And when we begin to live this way, not perfectly but mindfully, we realize that simplicity isn't a sacrifice. It's a gift, one that gives us back to ourselves.